guys, it's Trina and it is day one of BookTubeAthon. This is the morning after BookTubeAthon started and I stayed up past midnight last night to start reading, and I did finish 2 books. They were very small books, the smallest ones on my TBR, but those 2 books actually can count for 4 of the challenges. The video challenge for day 1 was to do book dominoes, and this is a book challenge I actually did not enjoy doing last year. I'm just going to skip this challenge, but I do want to try to do the Instagram challenges. Today's challenge is a landscape photo, so you're supposed to take a picture of your book like with a matching background. So I'm going to take you along with me as I'm trying to set that up. There's terrible lighting in my kitchen, but the books that I'm going to be doing for the landscape challenge are the Sweet Tooth comics. I've got volume 1 and 2. Number 2 is the one that I've read for BookTubeAthon because I actually read volume 1 last week. But with this challenge, I thought it would be kind of cool to do like a woodsy photo because, like, look, the title of this one is Out of the Deep Woods. This setting is set in the middle of woods. And one thing about this main character, his nickname is Sweet Tooth. You can see he's got a chocolate bar here. So I thought I would like do a woodsy photo with a chocolate bar, but I don't have any candy bars in the house. But I do have baking chocolate. And I thought, you know, this kind of looks like a chocolate bar, so we're gonna go with that. There's this cool tree. I found this cute little spot. I think it looks good because there's like a stump. I can prop them up on that tree and hope they don't fall because I'm not going down in that ditch to get them, and these are library books. But I think this looks good. Lastly, I want to give you like a day 1 reading update. So I stayed up until midnight and I immediately started right off the bat with Sweet Tooth Volume 2. It's like a post-apocalyptic world where some disease is taken over and now all of the children that are being born are human-animal hybrids. So like our main character, he's a human, but he has deer antlers and deer ears, and we're just trying to like find out what happened, what caused this disease that killed off like all the adults, what is happening to make the kids be born like this. I wasn't a huge fan of Volume 1. It didn't really set itself apart from just any other typical post-apocalyptic survival story to me. But this one actually got into much more of the backstory and what maybe started some of these things, so it was much more interesting. I was very intrigued by this one. It's only like 145 pages, illustrated comic book style, so I read this one really quickly. So this one checked off the challenge of reading a book I found out about through BookTube, because I've only heard of this comic series through BookTubers, and it also can complete the challenge of read a book with yellow on the cover because of the yellow background. And also, I read this only after sunset. When I was done with that, I moved on to my second book, which was Madeline by Ludwig Bemelmans, and this is a kids classic which I picked because this one is for the challenge, a book that is older than I am. I decided to go with a kids classic so that it would be a really quick short read for a readathon. I had this book as a kid, but I didn't remember it, and as soon as I like got to the first couple pages, I was like, oh yeah, I totally remember reading this before. It was cute because there are pictures and it rhymes, and that's really cute. I can see that being really fun to read. I had fun reading it myself, honestly. This took maybe 5 minutes to read, and when I got to the end, I was like, are you serious? It was just so weird to me, so I don't know what I think about this one. I didn't finish any other books last night, but I did go ahead and start The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis, which is the book that I had chosen specifically for my yellow cover challenge. This doesn't come out till September because I am reading an arc. Going into this, I really didn't know what to expect. I didn't know much of what it was about other than what I have seen Mindy herself tweet about it. I know that she has called it a rape revenge story. The first chapter follows a main character named Alex, whose older sister had been kidnapped and disappeared and later found dead in the woods, and Alex thinks she knows who killed her sister, and so she has kind of been like staking out this guy, and then the first chapter ends with her introducing herself to him. That was such a great hook to me. It really grabbed me in. Mindy just like got across the scene, the setting, the emotions of this main character, and the background in 4 pages. By page 13, I was already crying, and it's not even about what's happening to the characters, but just the way in which Mindy can get at like human psyche. If you're wondering what The Female of the Species means, like why is that the title, I'll read you this little passage. Everyone thinks if you fix a male dog, it will lower his aggression, but most of the biters are female. It's basic instinct to protect their own womb. You see it in all animals. The female of the species is more deadly than the male. I've only read 24 pages of this so far before I kind of just passed out. Let me know how you guys are doing. Have you already finished a book, 2 books? Are you reading any graphic novels or comics for BookTubeAthon? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the comments. Bye!